Hi guys, and welcome to the Rapid Growth Weekly Vibes, the 8th to the 14th of June. So guys, sit tight because this week you might not be your favorite either. Now I know that last week we went through a bit of a whirlwind, tumble dryer, rolling down a hill, and then we probably felt like we did it all over again. Now there's still a little bit of lingering, right? Feeling maybe of heaviness from last week. And you might also have felt a little bit of it poking its head out into this week. So there's a slight overlap. And it's really super important that this week that you stay connected to your true self, your truth, what you stand for. I mean, yes, sure, listen to others. However, this is also not a week to be a follower because things might start to feel a little bit off, slightly not right. And if you feel that's the sense, if you get that sense, if you feel that sense of unsettledness, then listen to it. Because the vibes this week they don't carry all 100% positive or sincere vibes. There's a bit of a collective shift in negative thinking, feeling suppressed, feeling oppressed, and also perhaps feeling a little bit controlled. But the good news is that we as a nation here, we will continue to soldier forward. Right? There will be some adversities this week to deal with, and we all could quite frankly feel a little bit unsupported by a higher power. But remember that we are also in a physical realm, and at the moment, money, material, manipulation, and power, they take the dominant stance here. So in this case, only the best way now to counterbalance that basically is just to stay connected to your true authentic self, your truth, and what feels right to you. Don't become the sheep in the herd and just follow for the sake of following. Now you might also hear, let's move on to the psychosomatics because it's kind of like all is combined with the stress that's happening, with the oppression and the suppression. We tend to hold a lot of stress also in our stomach. And so you might feel the stomach area this week flaring up. You might have some appetite irregularities. You might have, because of the stress, of course. And you might also feel a little bit, that some of your survival trigger responses, the fight or the flight, this vibe is going to be, provoking that a little bit as well. So you might feel that coming up quite strong. So you might feel a little bit defensive, a little bit unsettled, a little bit uneasy. So this will actually also be more felt like on a collective scale rather than in like an isolated emotional experience and reaction. And talk about the digestive problems. Also remember here, just word of advice, keep your diet consistent this week because of, like I said, the waves coming and going this week, and because it can leave you with a little bit of an upset stomach. So stick to what you know. And don't be too adventurous, especially if you already have challenges with your digestive system. And also here, this also psychosomatically means that there could be unresolved family disputes brewing in the background, which also collectively would be a mirror of what's happening in our outer world, right? Outside of our family life as well, meaning globally. So arguments and global stress, all of this can actually pour over into your family dynamics as well. And you might feel aggravated, start arguing with each other. It's a whole Mexican wave ripple effect, basically. And then if that's the case here for you, take a step back. Just take a step back because all arguments will be based on fear. It will be based on manipulation, resisting it, and not actually real facts. Nothing really concrete or real truth to that. Okay, so remember that, someone else's truth here also doesn't necessarily have to be your truth, period. So ask questions if you are in doubt, but ask also questions to people who are not part of the problem. Okay, so ask for guidance. Ask for guidance from people who are not attached to your emotional circumstances. Now, apart from that as well, you could also be feeling some mental fog during this week. Not as bad as last week, but maybe bits and pieces can come and go this week as well because of so much information being shared back and forth. Hence why it's better to just go with the flow, right? Go where it feels comfortable and safe. And Also this week, if you feel drowsy, if you feel sleepy and exhausted and unfocused, then you're also just feeling like the global overwhelm. So take it easy. Okay, for example, there's no need to try and fight through this. It will ease up on its own and it will settle. So it's almost like, for example, when you step into the ocean and the sand dislodges from the surface, it starts to move around and is very unsettled. But eventually, it does settle down again and it starts to relax back into the surface. See this week as a step in the ocean. Things will align and settle itself again. So if you feel this aspect, then I would recommend that you just, try to look at resolving, your anxiety. Go to my Resolving Anxiety meditation on my YouTube channel, and also how to deal with panic attacks. All these videos on my YouTube channel. You can just go to evettevideos.com, and in the channel, instead of trying to scroll through it, just type in the search box and just search for keywords and you will find the videos coming up. And shift your focus. Shift your focus to your core inner balance, because if that is solid, then your environment and your external world can't really shake your foundation and influence your emotions or take control of your mind, because global events could be triggering your sense of stability and also your safety this week. And it could also be causing you to perhaps, question your ability to provide for yourself. A lot of things will start to come to the surface, such as, even truths being revealed. Things that you, for example, have suspected since, March and April will start to become more and more clear to you now, if you know what I mean. And the best way forward with the vibes this week is to stay connected to you. Stay balanced, right? It's almost like watching a bad movie. Sometimes something bad happens and you just briefly close your eyes and you open it again just to see that the scene that you saw a few minutes ago have now settled down. However, what you now, for example, hear, what you do here and how you react after this week is really super important for your own emotional well-being. So despite what you think, for example, that you see from your environment, and perhaps even maybe some decisions that have been made by authorities. I mean, anything and anyone here now could have perhaps an influence over you. It doesn't have to be necessarily be authorities even. Or it could perhaps be just a perceived influence, something that you feel and it's not necessarily there in your environment to pinpoint, to put your finger on it. It's now time to stand strong and be strong in your path. Not a path that has been dictated to or projected onto you. Okay, your destiny is yours here. You are in control of it, no one else. And how you choose to experience that is also completely up to you, because your mindset here is everything. No one can take your mindset away regardless of what they do. So it's vital that you keep that in mind this week, and that you don't, for example, now, it's inevitable. If you don't like change, then, you need to do more grounding exercises, more meditations, whatever practice it is that you can use. You can use, my technique, M.A.T. But the key takeaway here is to adjust to change. However, so important, adjust in a way that suits you. That suits you, not higher authorities. Period. So guys, having said that, remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel and also evettevideos.com to stay up to date with all these awesome vibes, moon vibes, new moon vibes, healing meditations. And that's also designed to help you set up for success in your life. And until next week, be the light that you are.
Hi guys, thank you for joining me, and remember to grab your copy of Metaphysical Anatomy on Amazon, 679 medical ailments. And I also wrote about the psychosomatic root causes of that, and I'm spoiling you because I even added key points for you to start looking at important questions that you can ask yourself to start improving your quality of life. And also remember to catch me on Instagram, Evette Rose, 1 with the digit 1, and Metaphysical Anatomy on our Facebook fan page. Bye guys!